Have you ever felt like the people you invest your heart in seem to ignore your feelings, as if they're meaningless? Do you find yourself being treated as just an option rather than a priority? Imagine flipping the script, discovering how to make others value your presence, and even compete for your attention. Starting today, your happiness is far too precious to waste on people who don't appreciate your worth. In this video, we're going to explore 10 transformative principles inspired by Buddhist wisdom that will empower you to become a magnetic presence everyone desires to be around. These principles will help you revolutionize your relationships and turn you into someone no one can ignore. But before we begin, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and activate notifications so you never miss any of our teachings. Let's dive in. Rule 1. Make people feel like they could lose you forever. Buddhist philosophy beautifully captures the concept of impermanence and value. People often fail to appreciate what's always available, even when it's incredibly precious. But when they're faced with the fear of losing it, their perception shifts dramatically. Imagine yourself as someone irreplaceable, someone whose absence would leave an unmistakable void. Picture this: you're not just another person in their lives. You're the unique thread that holds their tapestry together. Without you, there's a gap no one else can fill. In Buddhist teachings, true value begins from within. You owe it to yourself to create a life that doesn't revolve solely around others. Instead, be confident, self-reliant, and whole on your own. When you embody this independence, people will naturally gravitate toward you, not because they have to, but because they want to. Confidence and independence are like a magnetic force. People are naturally drawn to those who exude self-assurance and live life on their terms. Your world doesn't revolve around their approval, and that's exactly what makes you so compelling. Buddhist philosophy reminds us that life isn't about chasing love or begging for attention. Instead, it's about becoming someone others are inspired to pursue. Your intrinsic value is undeniable, and when people sense that you're not just another option, but a rare and powerful presence, they'll start treating you differently. Imagine being the kind of person whose absence feels like a missing piece in someone else's life. By valuing yourself first, you encourage others to see you as indispensable. Let others feel the weight of your presence by showing them what life looks like without you. It's not about creating distance to manipulate. It's about living a life so full and vibrant that your absence leaves a mark. Picture a wise monk, calm and self-assured, whose strength radiates from within. When others see your confidence and self-worth, they'll begin to recognize that having you in their lives is not just a privilege, it's a necessity. Your presence is valuable, and your time is precious. By showing this to others, you inspire them to cherish and respect you, building relationships rooted in mutual admiration. Rule number 2, don't always be available. Zen philosophy teaches us the immense value of time and energy. The rarest things in life are not always accessible. They're special precisely because they're limited. Your availability should reflect this principle. Don't allow people to assume they can call, text, or meet with you whenever they please. Your time is your own, and it's one of your most valuable assets. Imagine living a life where your schedule revolves around your passions and goals, not someone else's whims. Buddhist teachings remind us that every moment is precious, and your presence should be seen as a gift, not a given. How do you make this work? By finding a healthy balance. Don't be the person who's always waiting for a text or a call. Instead, focus on building your own life, one filled with interests, passions, and goals that bring you joy. People are naturally drawn to those who have their own plans and pursuits. When others see that your life doesn't revolve around them, it sparks curiosity and admiration. In Buddhist teachings, detachment is a cornerstone, not only in letting go of material things, but also in avoiding overdependence on others. By creating this space, you allow others to respect your boundaries, and appreciate your presence on a deeper level. When you're always available, people may unconsciously take you for granted. However, when you set clear boundaries and demonstrate that your time is limited, creates a sense of exclusivity. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about showing others that your time and energy are precious. You're living a fulfilling life with or without their constant presence. In doing so, you send a powerful message. Your attention is a privilege, not a given. People will start valuing your time more, knowing that it's something special, not always accessible. Rule 3. Don't reveal everything. Buddhist teachings remind us of the art of balance. Openness tempered with a touch of mystery. Imagine yourself as a tranquil mountain lake. On the surface, you appear calm and clear, but beneath lies a rich world of life and depth waiting to be discovered. People are naturally drawn to the unknown. Like moths attracted to the moonlight, they're intrigued by what isn't immediately obvious. By cultivating a sense of mystery, you invite others to invest time and effort in truly understanding you. Reveal yourself slowly, like a Buddhist monk sharing wisdom with a student, step by step, layer by layer. Your thoughts, dreams, and experiences are treasures that deserve patience to uncover. This approach not only sparks curiosity, but also creates a deeper connection. People will value the effort it takes to truly know you, just as a student cherishes the teachings of a wise mentor. Let your personality unfold like the pages of an ancient book, each page more valuable than the last. Just as meditation helps uncover deeper truths over time, your mystery will inspire others to seek and value your presence. You are not meant to be an open book for anyone to skim through. Instead, you are a story worth reading slowly, puzzle worth solving. When others can't predict your every move or fully grasp your essence, it makes you unforgettable. This sense of mystery awakens curiosity and fosters meaningful connections, much like the journey of a Buddhist practitioner uncovering life's profound truths through reflection. Rule 4. Let others invest in you. In Buddhist philosophy, every person is likened to a precious gem hidden within a shell. Discovering this treasure requires patience, dedication, and effort. Imagine yourself as that rare pearl. Your value isn't in being easily accessible, but in inspiring others to invest time and energy to uncover your true nature. When people put in effort to know you, the bond created is deeper and more meaningful, much like the practice of meditation, where energy and commitment lead to peace and wisdom. Relationships based on mutual investment become richer and more fulfilling. You're not here to beg for attention or affection. Instead, your role is to embody your inherent worth, showing others why you're someone worth knowing. In Buddhism, interdependence teaches us that our presence can enrich others' lives. But this enrichment must come from mutual respect and effort. By allowing others the space to invest in you, you create relationships that are not fleeting distractions, but genuine, lasting connections. Think of it as a spiritual journey. Just as enlightenment requires commitment and practice, so does understanding your true essence. You are not merely a passing interest, but a meaningful presence that others will want to treasure. By letting others invest in you, you remind them that valuable things require effort to attain. This not only deepens their appreciation, but also strengthens the bond you share. Rule 5. Treat your own needs as a priority. Buddhist philosophy emphasizes that self-respect and compassion begin within. Just as the Buddha taught that every being holds inherent value and dignity, it's crucial to nurture and protect your own well-being. Think of yourself as a tree. Its roots must be strong and nourished for it to bear fruit and provide shade to others. Prioritizing your needs isn't selfish. It's a necessary act of self-love. When you value your happiness and refuse to compromise your self-esteem, you lay the foundation for a life filled with balance and respect. Healthy relationships, whether romantic or platonic, are built on mutual respect and understanding. When you prioritize your own needs, you send a clear message to others that you value yourself deeply. This mirrors the Buddhist principle of loving kindness, which begins with self-compassion. By refusing to settle for less than you deserve, you inspire others to treat you with the respect you've cultivated for yourself. Your self-worth becomes a guiding light, showing others how to value and cherish you. When you stand firm in your self-respect, it becomes a magnet for others. People are naturally drawn to those who value themselves because it radiates confidence and calmness. Buddhism's middle path reminds us to avoid extremes, neither indulging in selfishness nor sacrificing ourselves entirely. By maintaining this balance, you create a life where your needs and happiness are non-negotiable, and that strength inspires respect and admiration from those around you. Rule 6. Don't make others the center of your life. Buddhist teachings emphasize balance and non-attachment. When you center your life around another person, you risk losing your independence and diminishing your own individuality. Instead, think of yourself as a star, radiant and self-sustaining. Your light doesn't rely on anyone else. It's your own. The Buddhist concept of Indra's net illustrates this beautifully. Each pearl in the net reflects all others, symbolizing interdependence while maintaining individuality. You are one of those pearls, valuable, independent, and whole. Avoid losing yourself by making someone else the center of your universe. Instead, focus on your passions, dreams, and individuality. Meditation and contemplation, central to Buddhist practice, can help you nurture inner balance and self-awareness. This creates a sense of intrigue and independence that draws others to you naturally. When you maintain your independence, you enrich your relationships with excitement and depth. In Buddhism, the middle path emphasizes balance, avoiding extremes of dependence or detachment. By not making others the center of your life, you become more attractive and compelling. You show that your happiness and fulfillment are not tied to anyone else, but instead come from within. Living a full, independent life allows you to keep growing and evolving, bringing a unique energy to your relationships. Remember, you are complete on your own. Your presence in someone's life is a gift, not a substitute for their happiness. Rule 7. Stop always starting the conversations. Balance and mindfulness are essential for maintaining healthy relationships. This rule encourages finding equilibrium in communication. Don't always be the one initiating contact. Instead, give others the space to take the lead. Imagine yourself as a lighthouse, standing firm and shining brightly. Ships naturally navigate toward you. You don't need to chase them. Similarly, in Buddhism, the concept of zazen, or sitting meditation, teaches practitioners to remain calm and centered, allowing the world to come to them naturally. In practice, let others occasionally take the initiative. This shows that you have your own life and interests, and it also gives you insight into their level of interest. It's not about playing games, but about creating balance. In Buddhism, the middle path promotes avoiding extremes, including in relationships. By always being the initiator, you might unintentionally signal that you're overly available or dependent. Mindfulness teaches us to be aware of our actions and reactions. By stepping back, you give others the opportunity to appreciate your presence and take the effort to engage with you. This creates a more balanced dynamic, fostering mutual respect and genuine connection. You are not here to chase after love or friendship. Instead, you are here to build meaningful connections based on mutual effort and respect. By finding balance in communication, you create a space where both parties contribute equally to the relationship. Like a lighthouse standing firm, your steady and authentic presence will naturally draw people toward you. It's not through chasing, but through the quiet strength of your being that you foster deep and meaningful connections. Rule 8. Create your own happiness. In Buddhist philosophy, happiness is an internal state, not something dependent on external circumstances. This principle encourages self-reliance and inner confidence, making you naturally more attractive to others. Picture yourself as the sun, radiant, warm, and self-sufficient. Your light and positivity draw people in, but your happiness doesn't rely on anyone else. In Buddhism, the concept of shining from within embodies this wisdom, teaching us to find joy through self-enlightenment and mindfulness. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, and gratitude help cultivate inner harmony and happiness. When you're content with your own life, you become a beacon of positivity that others naturally gravitate toward. This approach is empowering because it frees you from relying on others for fulfillment. Instead, your confidence and joy inspire those around you, enriching both your life and theirs. Happiness, in this sense, is something you create and share, not something you seek to obtain from others. Remember, you're not here to find happiness in someone else. Instead, you're here to share the happiness you've built within yourself. Like the Buddha under the Bodhi tree, achieving inner enlightenment transforms you into a radiant force that inspires others. When you create your own happiness, you not only uplift yourself, but also become a source of light for those around you. This inner joy strengthens your relationships, making them more authentic and fulfilling. Rule 9. Be willing to walk away. Buddhist philosophy teaches us to embrace impermanence and the ability to let go. Rule 9 focuses on having the courage to leave relationships where you're not valued. Everyone deserves to be in connections that are based on mutual respect and appreciation. Understanding impermanence helps us avoid clinging to people or situations that don't contribute to our well-being. Walking away demonstrates self-respect and creates space for new opportunities. It's not about being cold. It's about prioritizing your happiness and dignity. In Buddhism, mindfulness and introspection help you recognize when a relationship becomes harmful or toxic. By setting clear boundaries and holding others accountable to them, you ensure your emotional health remains intact. If someone consistently fails to treat you with respect, you must be prepared to let go. Leaving doesn't mean you lack compassion. It means you value yourself enough to refuse to settle. It's a declaration of self-worth and a powerful reminder to others that your presence is not guaranteed. Sometimes, stepping away is necessary to maintain your inner peace and open the door to healthier, more fulfilling relationships, just as the Buddha taught detachment as a path to inner peace. Letting go allows you to move forward with clarity and strength. By being willing to walk away from what doesn't serve you, you demonstrate the ultimate act of self-compassion and respect. Rule 10. Don't become emotionally attached. Buddhist philosophy places great importance on emotional balance and detachment. Rule 10 is about maintaining composure and ensuring your emotions don't overshadow your self-worth. It's not about suppressing feelings, but expressing them with grace and clarity. Imagine yourself as a compass, steady and reliable, navigating emotions with confidence. When you achieve emotional balance, others naturally respect and value your presence. In Buddhism, achieving inner calm through mindfulness and meditation leads to harmonious relationships. In practice, emotional balance means communicating your feelings without creating unnecessary drama. Overwhelming emotions can obscure your value, but calm expression highlights your authenticity and wisdom. Buddhist teachings encourage us to observe emotions without being controlled by them, allowing for healthier connections. By maintaining this balance, you make it easier for others to prioritize you in their lives. You become a source of strength and emotional intelligence, drawing people in through your composed and authentic presence. This approach aligns with Buddhist principles of fairness and equanimity. You're not here to let emotions dictate your actions or relationships. Instead, you strive for mutual understanding and respect, building connections that are meaningful and enduring. When you embody emotional balance, you inspire others to do the same, fostering deeper relationships. It's a reminder that detachment is not about indifference, but about maintaining your inner peace while nurturing harmonious connections with those around you. To summarize, these 10 principles, inspired by Buddhist philosophy, help you cultivate self-respect, independence, and emotional balance. They guide you to become a magnetic presence in the lives of others, someone they naturally want to prioritize. Life, like a lotus flower on the surface of the water, is fleeting. By living in harmony with yourself and others, creating your own happiness, and embracing impermanence, you achieve true satisfaction. Letting go of relationships that don't honor your worth is an act of self-love, reminding you of the importance of independence and balance. Remember, life isn't about seeking approval from others, but about fostering relationships rooted in mutual respect and appreciation. By following these principles, you become a person of great value, someone others cherish and admire. If someone treats you as an option, you have the power to walk away with love and self-respect. Your value is unquestionable, and your unique place in the world is irreplaceable. Surround yourself with those who see and honor that value. Be like a serene monk, radiating inner peace and wisdom that naturally draws respect and admiration. Now that we've explored these powerful lessons, it's time to take action. Which of these principles can you apply today to become the best version of yourself? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you've made it to the end of this journey, write, "I walk consciously through my life," in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel with notifications turned on so you never miss our daily teachings.